Palma. Oh,
man.
that's unfair, Red Palma. 7 points in the game.
To Del Puentes.
Oh, wow.
Delgado makes the shot and knocks it down. J.R. Delgado. Maloria is open. 3-point.
Oh, my goodness.
Face a jumper by Robin Celis. Caballero has time. Just posterized by
The mission is clear for Abra and San Juan tonight. Win and top seed in the north might just be in the bag. Raven Gonzalez, the young big man who has patrolled the paint like a battle-tested veteran right in his first season here in the MPBL, will be among the figures that will be prominent in this matchup. Dave Ildefonso has an opportunity to underscore his status as the front runner in our MVP race. Standing in his way is Arvin Gamboa, a silent yet efficient operator for San Juan. He's had such a big season para sa San Juan Knights, and you know, they have reinforcements, the Knights, and that includes Raul Soyud, the efficient and experienced big man who will shore up the front line in this Northern Supremacy, the battle for Northern Supremacy. Abra versus San Juan, the chase for number 1 in the North heats up tonight dito sa Caloocan Sports Complex. Magandang gabi mga kaliga. Sa Ref Tupas kasama si Christian Luanzon, makakasama din natin si Mika Abisamis. We are live on YouTube, pusup.com, and on Solar Sports. Christian, a big game here, and of course when there's big game, big players come into play.
And the stars come out, no? You mentioned the names, Dave Ildefonso, frontrunner for the MVP. What a season for him, you know. I remember we covered the opening game, and his first game, you know, we said that he would be the face of the league, if you remember well.
Yes.
That was his very first MPBL game. And then months later, his team on a 22-game winning streak. He's the leading frontrunner MVP, the most dominating team so far this season. And what a matchup against a team who's been an MPBL champion in San Juan, always in the division finals for the last 5 seasons, going into their 6th now in season 7. This is a heavyweight matchup.
Yeah, and we go straight to our team standings right now. And that's where we stand. Nueva Ecija is number 1 at the moment. Abra and San Juan, San Juan number 2, Abra number 3. Abra can take number 1 if they beat San Juan tonight. With a San Juan win, it could get there could be a bit of complication there.
Right, and you know we pointed this out, you know, last weekend. Wherein this is such an important game. It could be home court advantage if they meet in the North Division Finals. That very last game. Remember, for the fans watching, best of 5 na po ang Division Finals natin, North and South. So that game, if it goes the distance, no, to the final game of the Division Finals, if these two teams meet, that could mean home court advantage. And to me, this is more an important game for San Juan because I think it's harder to play in Abra, you know, to travel and go there.
Yeah.
You know, a team who is hungry for a championship rather than obviously play in San Juan. You know, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
So, to me, this has more bearing to San Juan in terms of getting this game. Again, if it comes to that.
Well, you know, we do have our comparison here for the two teams this season. Kung paano sila, no, how they match up against each other.
Look at the numbers.
Look at the numbers of Abra. This is just ridiculous how they've dominated this season.
I mean, even for San Juan, you know, 7th in scoring, 83. But look at the point differential. That's plus 14, but obviously a bigger number for Abra, and that's plus 22, no, almost 22 points. But you look at the rebounds. Here's the thing, I'm a big believer of this. You always hear me say this. Pat Riley, right? No rebounds, no rings. This is the, you know, statistically, if you want to beat Abra, you got to beat them on the boards. They're such a big team. They punish you on the boards. Yes, they punish you scoring the basketball, but you cannot take everything away. To me, you take the rebounding, you control the boards, you lessen their possessions, you add more to your possessions, you give yourself a chance to win. I'm betting that's one of the game plans of San Juan.
Absolutely, and then that's really one of the reasons why they also brought in Raul Soyod here from
Exactly.
They have activated him para sa matchup na to. In fact, they activated him in the previous game.
They did.
Itong si Raul Soyod now. This was a good game for them to warm up against Abra. You face a really tough Jensen team on the road in Bataan, and it was a tight game for quite some time, and then San Juan just pulling away late.
Well, they got off to a great start, had the biggest lead of the ball game, 13-2 to start that first 5 minutes. We covered that game. But then they were joing back and forth, scoring-wise, all throughout the 3 quarters. Jensen even had a 6-point lead midway in that third quarter. You look at the numbers, pretty much identical except for the second chance points. So para sa San Juan, they had 15 offensive rebounds, Jensen had 13, but they converted more. Free throws also, San Juan was a +7. They won, by 8 points. So that was a big factor. But, sabi mo nga, maybe that was a warm-up game, especially for Soyod, who could play a big factor guarding against the big men, the likes of Batino and Gio Chu.
Yeah, absolutely. And ito namang Abra also, of course, rolling into their 22nd straight win of the season, and
That's
they also played a really tough warm-up game, to say the least, because this was not an easy game against Batangas.
Yeah, you should have watched the game. Looking at the box score will not do you any justice because Abra led. They started that game 21-1. I saw some parts of it. And then you look at the box scores, the first quarter was 23-5. And then, Batangas, they were tough. Levy Hernandez led all scorers in that game with 22. But, this is a team sport. Abra was just too much. They had 4 players in double figures. Completely dominated the boards, as you just saw, 51-35. And mind you, that's a good rebounding team. In Batangas, they have big players as well. But again, to beat this team, I think you gotta beat them on the boards, and then you gotta sustain yung energy, not only from the first group, even from the third group, because their second group is as good as their first group, talking about the Abra Weavers.
Yeah, Coach John Garcia in a reunion here with his former team, the San Juan Knights. Diretso tayo sa ating player matchup, and oh boy, we have 2 former teammates right here. And there's just so many subplots in this matchup. And this is one of them. Orlan Wamar was the starting point guard for San Juan, and Marwin Taiwan was his backup only last season. And look at Marwin right now. He is the top point guard for Abra, the number 1 team in the league, the number 3 team in the North based on the standings. But, he's enjoying a breakout year. Ito si Marwin Taiwan. But Orlan Wamar, still the standard here when it comes to point guards.
Well, look, Sadaf, I know nothing about their relationship. Obviously, they're former teammates. I don't know if they're good friends. There's a difference to that. But if I'm Marwin Taiwan, this is a gauge to where you are right now in the league. I mean, you're going up against your former team, a team wherein you didn't see much action. Sabi mo nga, he was the 3rd point guard. And at times, the best point guard, mind you, di ba? May mga laro siyang hindi ginagamit ng first half, best player pa ng laro. If I'm Marwin Taiwan, okay, I'm gonna use this game like a chip on my shoulder to play much better and get the win against my former teammate and against my former team.
Well, then, di na natin patatagal ito. Let's go to Mika.
Maraming salamat. 2 of the most respected point guards of this league. Marami nang napagsamahan, especially important playoff games for the San Juan Knights. Orlan Wamar Jr. and Marwin Taiwan. Magandang gabi, mga Ginoo. Orlan, napag-usapan na nga natin, napakadami yung napagsamahan ni Marwin, no? Naging teammates, roommates. Pero ano yung pinaka hindi mo makakalimutan, yung pinakamahalaga para sa'yo?
Yung di ko makakalimutang season 4 na from Makati, double overtime to natalo namin yung rivalry na Nueva Ecija.
Okay. Ngayon naman, Orlan, sigurado kung nanunood lahat ng San Juan fans, sa inyo ngayong gabi, anong gusto mo sabihin sa kanilang lahat?
Mga San Juaneños, supportahan niyo po kami sa laban na to. Manalo matalo, sama-sama po tayo.
Maraming salamat, Orlan Wamar Jr. Marwin, ilang taon din na tinatawag ka sa bench kasi kailangan ni Orlan ng tulong. Pero itong taon na to, ikaw ang #1 point guard sa #1 team so far. Kumusta ka?
Okay naman. Para sa akin, in-embrace ko lang yung opportunity na binibigay ng coaches, ng management. Basta ready lang ako palagi with the guidance of the Lord Jesus.
Maraming salamat, Marwin. Anong gusto mo sabihin sa lahat ng Abra fans na nanonood?
Binabati ko po lahat ng Abreño na walang sawang sumusuporta sa amin, si Kong JB Bernos, si Ma'am Ching Bernos, at sa buong family ko, sa Taiwan family, at sa mga taga Nabotas.
Right. Maraming salamat, Marwin Taiwan. Now it's gonna be San Juan versus Abra. Let's go.
Twice they've done that, Ken. Offensive rebound, fine shooting by the David Defonso.
Oh my goodness! David Defonso, the rim rocker!
Shot he would have taken.
Oduba with a reverse! Ang lalim ng dukot ni John Oduba and using some English for the finish right there.
Numbers. 4 on 2.
Alisangan! What a pass from Orlan Wamar. I can't believe it.
You better believe it.
Good evening, MPBL fans. Get ready. This is going to be a battle you won't forget. Abra versus San Juan, live on Solar Sports, Pusupi, and YouTube channel at the Caloocan Sports Complex in Bagumbong, North Caloocan. Manny Pacquiao's MPBL Season 7 now presenting the starting lineups. Beginning with the MPBL Season 2 champions, San Juan Knights, go for gold! Starting at guard number 18, Nico Panganiban. Playing center number 17, Aldrich Ramos. Power forward number 15, Arvin Gamboa. The other forward number 2, Mike Calisaan. And at point guard number 5, the two-time All-Star three-point champion, Orlan Wamar Jr. Their head coach is Alex Angeles, assisted by Jonathan Banal, RB Mangahas, James Ongpin, Nat Gregorio, Paulo Gorospe, Jigs Guadamur, and PJ Manigan. Team consultants are the original Tapal King, Philip Cesar, and Bong Ding Lasan. Team manager, Jun Usman. Team owner is Senator Jinggoy Estrada. Here's for the Abra, Solid North Weavers. Playing center number 18, Gio Chu. Forward number 9, Raven Gonzalez. At guard number 4, Marwin Taiwan. Shooting guard number 2, the birthday boy, Encho Serrano. Forward number 1, the Sheriff, Dave Ildefonso. The head coach, Yong Garcia. Assistant coaches, Denok Miranda, Don Uro, and Edsel Balenya. Team owners are Mayor Jaja Bernos and Congressman JB Bernos. Our game officials are Crew Chief Edmar Abis, with Michael Ginay and Aleric Davico.
Orlan Wamar, Nico Panganiban, Aldrich Ramos, Arvin Gamboa, and Mike Kalisaan para sa San Juan Knights. Or Marwin Taiwan, Encho Serrano, Jeyo Chu, Raven Gonzalez, and Dave Ildefonso para sa Abra Solid North Weavers. Our crew is led by Edmar Aves, Mike Kinay, Haleric Damicog, and Ron Baluyot ang ating officiating crew ngayon.
So a three big lineup no for San Juan. You expect maybe Arvin Gamboa, and there you go, the matchup
Yeah.
against DI. It is something we mentioned last Saturday where they started this matchup and immediately, you know, and maybe as expected, because I'm sure pinanood nila yung game against Jensen kung saan sinimula ni Coach Alex Angeles itong lineup na to. They isolate DI on the right wing. He creates and drops it off for the first score of the game. Sa kabila naman Kalisaan misses.
Could be a big offensive night for DI or a big assist output para sa kanya.
Right. And that's the thing with DI. You know, the maturity of his game, of playing in the UAAP, winning a championship there. And I say that, you know, with bitterness, by the way. Kasi kami ang kalaban nun. But then again, his experience in Korea has certainly helped him, you know, to become who the player he is now, which is the best player in the league. Meanwhile, was that Orlan Wamar?
Yeah.
Wamar
With the first basket.
first bucket for the Knights. Here's the ISO once again.
Ildefonso trying to get away. Good defense para kay galing kay Arvin Gamboa. Here's Wamar, fires a three. Masyado malakas, rebound Dave Ildefonso. Gamboa right in front of him. DI, he will not get the bounce.
That's the shot you want to give up. Those last two by DI. Make him work and make him shoot the jumper because you're long enough to give a late challenge. Hindi katulad ng unang isolation niya sa right wing. A breakdown move. Forced the help and opened up the teammate. Pero Gamboa missing the three.
Marwin Taiwan attacks the defense of Orlan Wamar. I think he's seen enough, more than enough of Orlan Wamar to know how to break down Orlan Wamar's defense.
Mahirap din kasi guardahan yung ball screen, a drag screen in semi-transition kung saan pababa pa lang yung depensa, turnover for San Juan. Let alone, ni-reject pa ni Marwin Taiwan yung ball screen. And it looks like San Juan, usually yung helper nila, yung big man na late doon, si Kalisaan, galing siya sa ibabaw. Kaya libre sa drive. Ayun o, si Kalisaan na late na.
Two and a half minutes gone by in this gigantic matchup right now.
Weak side is open. Also
Gio
Gio
Chu.
Chu. Yeah.
Very methodical how Abra broke down San Juan right there.
Now that's the thing. You double on the ball screen kay DI and then you send a helper to the roller which is usually a big. That means yung kabila mo small ang babantay kaya maliit yung kumuha kay Gio Chu doon. Turnover once again.
It's back-to-back turnovers here.
You see, right here, two big guys. May isa pang malaki which is Aldrich Ramos. Maliit na yung kumuha kay Gio Chu off that off-ball action that cut by the number 1 pick.
The second straight season number 1 pick galing dito sa liga natin. Baltasar and then Gio Chu. They go backdoor. He stepped on the line. Oh no, there's a foul.
Pushing foul, number 15, Arvin Gamboa's first team foul.
And the way he plays, no, akala ko si Arvin Gamboa, si DI, mas maliit kay Arvin Gamboa, mas malaki pa pala siya.
Tama.
Diba? Gio Chu inside, forcing that one. He draws the foul.
Well, he thought about the pass because for a while, Raven Gonzalez was open underneath the basket on the right side. But he knew he was inside the paint, was able to create contact, lost his balance, but the officials blew a whistle.
This is the foul right here on Aldrich Ramos.
Elementary pa lang yata itong si Gio Chu nung prime ni Aldrich Ramos.
Can you imagine?
With the FEU Tamaraws.
He might not have been born. Reynel Hugnatan was already playing professional basketball.
For sure. For sure.
1 for 2 split para kay
I mean, come on now. Reynel Hugnatan could be the godfather of my children. Pag kinasal na sila. Not to say malapit na yung araw na yun. Aldrich Ramos, that's money in the bank.
Yeah.
Well, I'm in trouble for saying that, by the way, with my wife pag-uwi ko.
7-4 here. Marwin Taiwan. Kalisan stays in there. Jayo Chu trying to dump it to Raven Gonzalez, and look at the two young bigs of Abra working together.
Well, that's the thing. When you come from a reputable program like Ateneo and La Salle, those two, even though they are rivals, but in Abra, they have a good connection. That was the proof.
Gamboa for 3. The ball was loose momentarily. Nakuha ni Marwin Taiwan.
Here's that drag once again between Taiwan and Gio.
Taiwan free throw line jumper won't go. I think this is the first time Nico Panganiban has touched the basketball here. And we've already played 4.5 minutes. Panganiban in trouble. Aldrich with
That's
a jumper.
money. Or not. Yeah, look good though.
Encho. I think it's the first time as well that he's touched the basketball. He's got Taiwan. Raven the push shot. Short rebound. Chu inside. Trying to throw that one down. He misses the dunk. And Taiwan is whistled for the foul.
To be honest, happened right in front of us. Not sure where the foul was. But this was returning back the favor, Raven to Gio Chu. The thing is, the favor was unfavorable on that missed dunk.
Could not get a grip on that basketball. Panganiban. Atake si Nico. Drop pass. The ball is loose. That will be white ball. I think that was last touch on an Abra player.
They might review this.
No, si acknowledge na ni Gio Chu last touch niya.
Okay.
Not,
Smart. Yeah.
not much success for Arvin Gamboa. So they bring in Villapando.
Isang mahaba, no? Na wing na kayang dumipensa rin.
Wamar trying to beat the shot clock. Ball is loose. Rebound ni Villapando for 2.
I just love this player.
Yeah.
He never fails to disappoint. Whether he, comes in the fourth group. Fourth group, diba?
If there is such a thing.
If there's such a thing.
They force the turnover. Wamar against Jayo Chu. No good. 4-on-4 the other way. Serrano from the corner. The 3 for the birthday boy, Encho Serrano.
What was the infamous line during the 90s na alam mo? Take it. Take it. And rightfully so. Encho Serrano takes the 3. Kala ko magdadalawang isip pa eh. Agaw na naman ba?
Oo. It's a 2-on-1
Yun
but
lang.
masyado malakas ang pasa. Serrano saves it only to Villapando. Kalisaan gets it to Wamar, an offensive foul, and that's 3 turnovers already para kay Mike Kalisaan. He is struggling right now. You expect in this type of game, ito si Mike Kalisaan really to make his mark here. 3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances, but he's off to a slow start.
And to your point, because it's games like this wherein a guy like Kalisan who's been putting up big time numbers, maybe a second mythical team member this season, most likely, right? Wherein you separate yourself from being, a star, an all-star, to the man.
Yeah.
Right? Because we all know this is Womar's team. No matter what happens.
Yeah.
But Kalisaan has emerged to be that reliable sidekick, another star in San Juan. So it'll be interesting to see of how he performs tonight.
Now the luxury for San Juan is that they do have Dexter Marquez, a slightly smaller version
Of Kalisaan. Yeah. Mas mahaba lang yung range nito. Mas tumitira ng 3 points pag libre.
I'd like to thank LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. It's 12-6 here. First 7 minutes of this ball game.
You just saw Leon Garcia, former si RB Mangas, assistant ng San Juan, nakatawagan ng warning. Ang dalawa ni Coach Yong, nakita niyo, Coach Yong, former assistant din ng San Juan yan. Sabi mo nga, maraming subplots sa larong to.
Yeah. Alfred Patino is in the game. Oh, really? Abra's activity defensively really giving San Juan a lot of problems. Serrano backing down on Omar. There's a double team. He swings it over to Taiwan. Taiwan gives it to Ildefonso. That's a tough three para kay DI. JC Cuellar to Villapando. Now with Wamar. Suyod is in the game. They blitz Wamar. Raul is open. He gives it up the final moment kay Marquez. San Juan is already over the limit. Atake si Encho Serrano. He's got 5 points in the ball game. Abra is off to a strong start here, holding up well defensively, and then turning to guys like Encho Serrano for some baskets here in the early stages.
Always an advantage when you have another guy who can create his own shot. Encho Serrano, making the defense, Cuellar, look easy that time.
Back at the Caloocan Sports Complex for your Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Kwento ni Coach Alex Angeles, he really saw the seriousness of wanting to win this game against Abra from the Knights through their scrimmages this week. Hindi daw talaga nagbibigayan sa 5-on-5. Ang theme ni Coach Alex sa dugout, nasaan na ba tayo sa season na to? A question that would definitely be answered by this game. But it's different for Coach Yong Garcia. He cannot help but work with mixed emotions going against a team he called home for most of his career in the pros, because of which he knows the chemistry, knows the players. Some of them that are still here are Wamar, Kalisaan, Marquez, Denison, and Gamboa. Coach Yong will forever be grateful to Senator Jinggoy Estrada for the championship they shared together. But now, he brings this experience to Kong JB Bernos and company to hopefully win the national finals with them. Sit down, Coach Chris.
The coaching battle is just, again, one of the many subplots in this ball game, and Coach Alex, he is been tasked to be the to call the shots for this team, and it's not easy. The pressure is definitely there, but ang maganda dito, the tradition in history ng team, may character na, may kultura na yung team pagdating niya dito.
Tama, no? And established na kumbaga yung pundasyon para sa San Juan, but that's not to take away anything from Coach Alex, because to his credit, before coming here, he was a finalist as a coach with Bacoor, as you see, the real superstars of the league. Tatlong yan.
But sa kabila naman, for Coach Yong, he was pretty much one of the key people who laid the foundation to this San Juan, championship and winning culture.
Tama ka
with
dyan.
Coach Randy.
Tama, kasama si Coach Randy Alcantara. And season 2, kung saan sila pumasok, nag-champion kagad.
Oo, Game 5.
Game 5, obviously unforgettable moment para sa iyo, Coach JV Gayoso, we miss you. And you see Coach Jonathan Banal, another subplot, former coach
Abra.
ng Abra. Di ba?
Bago natin kalimutan.
Oo, bago natin kalimutan.
The first ever coach.
The first ever coach last season Itong
Ano kaya
Abra.
yung tumatakbo sa utak ni Coach Jonathan Banal? Hindi ko nakausap bago ng game eh.
Oo. But competitive din yan. Just like any other former player, now coach. Siyempre, gusto rin na
Tsaka
manalo niya.
Banal apelido niya.
Oo.
14-6. So, isa sa mga subplots na himay na natin. Marami pa po. As the game progresses, rebound ni David Defonso. They have turned Orlan Mamar into a scorer here para dito sa San Juan, but he has not been successful so far. El Defonso against Villapando. The steal by Wamar. Inside. Oh, the pass was delayed. Villapando was actually ahead of the pack already. Cullar, some quick hands and quick feet there. Villapando will attack. He's looking for Marquez sa corner. Nandun si Taiwan. Look at the effort from Abra.
That's already the 7th turnover for San Juan. And we're only in the first quarter.
A lot of contact there. Serrano. That is last touch on Alfred Batino. AC Soberano, who went through a minor procedure the past, I think, a few weeks ago, recovering in time here for this matchup.
Right.
And
You would think, no, because we mentioned the turnover story for this game. Abra with 4, San Juan, with 7 on my count, and yet they're only down by 8, now down by 5. Partially because,
yung depensa din naman nila is holding up.
right,
Now, palitan na tao dito. Ayon, Austria, David. Pinasok na dito. Austria inside the paint. Marquez running.
weak side. There you go.
Soberano for 3. Oh. Mike Ayon, the former finals MVP. Former champion with San Juan on the floor right now. Ayon family watching in New York.
Little pick and pop action. Batino late on the recovery for a guy like Marquez, who was able to take his time, set his feet, and knock it down.
Jay Ochu returns for Raven Gonzalez. 8-second differential, game clock and shot clock. Ayon trying to get past Cullar. Mike, jumper, short. He tracks down his own miss, and that's a foul on Marquez, and he will send Ayon to the free throw line.
A lot of ball screen players dito para sa dalawang koponan na to, especially for Abra. So I think defensively for San Juan, I think one key for them defensively would try to keep that ball screen action, that two-man game, 2-on-2. Instead of forcing another help defender, because we saw that in the first play, on an isolation play by the guy you see right now, DI, wherein he was able to force 2 defenders, force the help, and drop it off. But if San Juan can keep the ball 2-on-2, or 1-on-1 against an ISO when DI comes in, or 2-on-2 in ball screen situations, they're going to give themselves a good chance
Yeah, mas
at the end of this game. No?
malaki ang chance nila.
Kasi malalim tong Abra, just too many weapons. Nabanggit natin. Eto, may i-review sila.
Jay Ochu and Dexter Marquez getting entangled there. 9.7 seconds remaining in the first period. Sinasabi nga natin, this was it's going to be quite the matchup, and so far,
It hasn't disappointed.
no.
Right? I think the only disappointment in this game, as you see the replay, ayun, din naman si Gio Chu ni Marquez. Hindi nagustuhan ni Chu. I think the only disappointment in this game, Sidel, is that we're playing in neutral ground. The biggest game, arguably the biggest game of the year, of the season. We have so many. We've
Yes.
had so many big games.
Yeah, but there's like 5 or 6 marquee matchups this season.
Right, that's just my opinion. But usually we would see games like this, maybe in Abra, maybe in San Juan. I'm sure disappointed ka, hindi ka bumiyahe ng Abra ngayon. Lalo, kilala kita eh.
Mahilig talaga ako bumiyahe.
I know.
Si Mika din naman eh.
I know. Alam ko nga, lugi pa nga siya, nirefund niya yung ticket niya. Because hindi niya nakuha yung full ticket niya.
It's 15-9, 7.3 seconds remaining. Wala pa sa penalty dito yung Abra. Impressive. Two fouls to give, holding San Juan to just 9 points.
Right. And
With
because of the turnovers they forced.
Oh,
That's a big basket.
Oh, big basket.
That's a big basket.
And a three-pointer at that. Ayon will try his luck. That'll do it.
They will also have first possession to start the second. So you're looking at a possible mini run at the end of the first and maybe to start the second for San Juan.
This is the shot from JC Colliar. That's a tough shot because he was dribbling to his right and then pulling up.
Not known as a shooter as well.
15-12, the Abra Solid North Weavers with a 3-point lead against San Juan. The trio of Dave Ildefonso, Encho Serrano, and Jay Chu combining for 29 in the last game of Abra. A balanced attack as usual for the Solid North Weavers, and it's been this type of performances na nakikita natin regularly from the Solid North Weavers when it might not, it's Dave Ildefonso most of the time, but
right.
There are proven and reliable operators on that team.
Well, the thing with David Ildefonso of what makes him the best player in the league, as you see, back-to-back threes for San Juan. Now it's a tied ball game. That's how big the three-pointer was for Collier to finish the quarter. But, we talked about si Dave Ildefonso. One of the reasons why he's the best player in the league because he's such a good two-way player as well. I mean, the last game when they played Batangas, I know Levy Hernandez, scored 22 points to top all scorers, but he had to work for those 22 points because, Dave Ildefonso was the one checking him for the most part in that game. And remember the game, as you see, this hard foul given up by Denison. And if you remember the game against Nueva Ecija, which we covered, and he was outstanding defensively as well. At times defending Robbie Celis.
Yeah. Well,
so he's not afraid to defend the best player
of the other team. And this season I think Levy Hernandez next to Dave is the best scorer in this league. And Jay Chu took his time. They reviewed the call. Just a regular foul. And we mentioned, we talked about this in the previous game, how crucial this acquisition of Raul Soyod. We saw that when he defended Batino there. Ayon taps that ball away.
What a defensive play by Batino. Just walling up.
Well, we have the number one team in the north right now.
Scouting.
Yeah. Coach Don Dulay is in the building.
My brother Laker, Don Dulay.
My pickleball partner very soon.
As Raul Soyod makes his first basket in this game. Bounce pass. Tumama sa tuhod ni Gio Chu. Turnover.
Denison.
They should
Sawyer
attack.
is open.
There you go.
Raul puts it in. Back-to-back baskets para kay Raul Sawyer, and the Knights are in front 19-16 here. We talked about that run, how big that three-pointer to end the first period, and it has proven true here early in the second quarter.
It has given them life. And that turnover on the other end, it's almost like committing 2 turnovers. Nawala na sa inyong bola, and then you're one man down. Because Gio Chu was slow to get back, 5-on-4, 2-3 passes. They find the open guy underneath. Now San Juan up 3, 8 minutes in the second.
Commissioner Kenneth Doremdes on the right, Rudy Distrito, head of operations in the middle, and Emer Oreta.
That's a wrong introduction. It should be Captain Marvel, the Destroyer, and the GOAT. Si MJ.
MJ. Akala ko nga, passion na icon eh. The fashion icon ng ano ko sana eh. Instead of head of operations eh. Changes in the lineup here. Taiwan and Uduba. That's
There's
Coach
Coach
Don Dulay. Huli ka. Coach Don. Nasa taas. 19-16. Ildefonso goes back to work.
Oh, what a beautiful jumper that was. And getting the basketball off that get action. Little curl inside the basket. And then the hang up top. Soyud with a fake. Blocked. Pero may foul, excuse me. The block by Uduba from behind. Nabanggit ko nga, no? Ganito kalaging bagay yung pick up kay Soyud. Now look at this one. Little handoff action. Hostage dribble. Anytime you have a smaller defender, it's always an advantage for the offensive player, the taller offensive player, who can jump up in the air and hang and make the basket.
And this is a question though for San Juan. Do they keep? Because
Denison.
Denison. Because Villapando had a lot of success with Dave Ildefonso. And
Right.
alam mo naman na every possession, dumadaan ang bola doon kay Dave Ildefonso.
Correct. Now let's see. You know, kung mag-a-adjust ba itong si Coach Alex Angeles sa kanyang matchup kay Dave Ildefonso.
Raul Soyd off the bench, 6 points. 2 of 2 field goals, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Ayon, the steal by Collar. JC, oh! What a finish from JC Collar.
There was a whistle.
There was a whistle.
There was a whistle. Hindi lang natin narinig. This is not a jam-packed building, pero hindi natin narinig yung pitong yun.
This is the fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme X Pop Personal Karaoke Speaker. Every day karaoke, switching hands. JC Collar absorbing the contact and banking that one in. The bonus coming up.
This is what you like about having a guy like JC Collier. While offensively, at times, you don't know what you're going to get, especially considering his outside shooting. But you know you're going to get 100% of his effort going strong to the basket and defensively as well. Here's Collier with the rebound off the tip by Soyud.
Maikes Uduba is now in the game.
Konting kulay.
Yeah.
Oh,
This was he's been a crucial pickup para sa Abra during the offseason. Did not start this one.
right?
There's a little extension there from Maikes, and Maikes already with a warning.
I would say one of the more underrated pickups for a contending team. Tulad ng Abra.
John Uduba.
John Uduba. Certainly the type of player that you need on a heavy superstar labeled team.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yung mga Encho Serrano, Dave Ildefonso, yung kailangan ng mga complementary players.
Complementary players. Ooh, Collar loses the handle. Serrano No, good challenge by Colliar. Denison finds Marquez inside. A quick release from Dexter Marquez. San Juan up by 8.
Excellent movement without the basketball in transition for Marquez. And that flood action sa ilalim in transition, ang hirap bantayan nun.
Oh, big shot, Marwin Taiwan.
That is a big shot.
Before that, it was already actually a 22-4 run
Right.
for San Juan.
But this is a 17-6 run because it was 15-9 before the Colliar 3 to end the first quarter.
Colliar picks up the loose ball, leaves it to Marquez, who scores in traffic. And that's the luxury pretty much if you have depth in your roster. Mike Calisan, your starting power forward, struggling with turnovers and fouls, and then you bring in Marquez, who's
His
been
clone.
outstanding.
Yeah. And then may veterano ka pa na Reynel Hugnatan, who's obviously more than capable of producing.
And they bring back Villapando here. Nice pass kay JC Colliar. How good has he been? Ito si JC Colliar as he goes back to the bench.
Now here's the thing. We talked about yung lalim ng front court nitong Abra, Batino, Gio Chu, Gonzalez, Ildefonso. 3 off the screen. That is pure money.
Only 5 points so far para kay Dave Ildefonso. Yung lalim din ng San Juan sa backcourt.
Tama. No, pero yung matchup ngayon, especially sa big man ng Abra, there's really no rim protector, and as I say that, Ildefonso on the ball blocks Villapando.
And then they bring in Raven. Ito na si Raven.
Right.
Look at the block with authority. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Oduba showing a lot of hustle.
Both teams just not giving even an inch, even in the passing lanes sa inbound.
Oduba and Marquez. Marquez has to be careful. He's already on a warning. He might, be in danger of a technical. May warning siya kanina doon kay Gio Chu. Villapando, I don't think he's aware of the shot clock. Wamar will fire and
it looked good.
look good.
From our angle. Pero short, tumama sa tip of the rim.
(28-24). Abra starters, with the exception of Gio Chu, back on the floor now. Villapando with the task. Oh, the steal by Villapando on the crossover. Villapando unable to finish.
Did not use the glass.
Taiwan, another crucial tap by Villapando.
Was not able to read the tag, yung tao nitong si Encho Serrano, who helped out on the roller na si Gonzalez. Libre doon si Serrano from strong side to weak side, ends up as a turnover. Turned out to be a good foul because that would have been a potential fast break on the other end. Papasok si Marquis.
Good friend Reynel Hugnatan ang babantayan niya. Dalawang veterano.
Trust me, those are 2 words na hindi alam ng mga players ngayon sa loob. Good friends.
Apare inside. Labas kay Orlan Wamar. That's a foul on Marquis. And Abra, they are now in penalty.
Right.
Sila naman ang maagang nasa penalty
Right.
ngayon.
And that's big. Almost halfway through this quarter, they've been playing aggressive defense. Obviously, itong Abra picking up whole court, pressuring the basketball. Tingnan natin if they would sag off a little bit, maybe go into a zone, who knows. But Wamar misses his first free throw.
Villapando has done a terrific job on Dave Ildefonso so far. Free throw of the game is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. I thought Villapando was already lengthy and, you know, okay din yung pangakatawan. Pero pag dumikit kay Dave Ildefonso, parang lumit na lumit din eh.
Come on now, I mean, we wouldn't be releasing statements like the best, not only the best player, but the best conditioned athlete in the league for nothing. Talk about Dave Ildefonso as Serrano. Good defense by Viloria.
Yeah. Cranial waits for Kalisaan. Back to Viloria. Malakas ang kanyang tira. Here's Ildefonso trying to get out on the open floor. Ayon, the one-hander won't go. Rebound ni Cranial Viloria. 4-on-3. Viloria challenges Marquis. No call. Back the other way. Abra, Yi, Serrano. Yi is open. That's a three. Gets it to go.
What a play by Marquis on both ends. Basket-saving play to stop the layup of Viloria, and then sprints back to the other end on a 2-on-1 on the left side. Serrano, as he gets the ball, gets two defenders, and then the extra pass for the E3.
Masyado malayo yan para kay Kalisaan. Gives it up to Wamar. Masyado malalim. 2 seconds in the shot clock.
That's a walk.
Paparay traveled.
So momentum slowly shifting towards Abra. Here's the play offensively. Marquis to Serrano to Yi. Little ping pong.
3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. 2-point game. Panganiban is back on the floor. Serrano gets it to Marquis. Another three. Di pumasok this time. Orlan Wamar.
Poposte kay Paparay.
Marquis goes down. There's a foul on that Kalisaan shot.
But Wamar had other things in mind. Waiting for the screen, a drag screen. Top of the key, and he sees Kalisaan rolling to the basket. If I'm San Juan, everything has to be at the rim right now. You're forcing Abra over the limit. You know, nakakuha ng konting momentum. Tatawagan ba ng warning o technical?
Technical. It might be a technical on Dave. So that's two quick ones.
Technical foul on Abra, number 1, Dave Ildefonso, for unsportsmanlike behavior. Second infraction.
That's the second infraction.
Second foul on Dave Ildefonso.
So two quick fouls on Dave Ildefonso, the personal foul and then the technical.
Technical free throw, Orlan Wamar Jr.
It's a big decision, obviously, para kay Coach Yong. Does he trust his best player inside with 3:32 to go? Or, because, you know, games are won in the second half, you know you're going to need him also, especially down the stretch, anticipating that it will go down the wire. It looks like he will stay in. I don't see anyone running to the scorer's table.
Mike Kalisaan. Maybe this will get him going. This was the foul right here.
That's not a foul, though. That's not a foul. That's a touch foul.
Foul pa rin, sabi mo. Touch
I know,
foul.
but in the magnitude of a game like this,
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, technically, it might be a foul, but I don't know.
32-27.
What I do mind, though, is the technical foul, because if you're Ildefonso, you have to be better than that, considering your importance to the game and to the team. Good swing.
Serrano for three. Well challenged by Kalisaan. And here he is. Rim running. Kalisaan. Good challenge by Dave. Even with the two fouls, Villapando unable to finish.
Well, what a soft finish, though, by Kalisaan. I don't know why he slowed down, especially seeing Ildefonso in front of him. That's a foul. This is a 4-point swing if Ildefonso hits these 2 free throws. Now, Kalisan is saying he got hit on the hand.
Yeah, but
And he might have been.
hindi nabibigay yun with
He should have went up stronger because we've seen him, whether in transition or underneath the basket.
finish with force.
Yeah, finish with force.
6 points para kay Dave Ildefonso. San Juan up by 4. 7 rebounds as well. And a couple of assists. And timeout si Coach Alex Angeles dito. The San Juan Knights are up by 3, under 3 minutes remaining here against Abra in the first half. Orlan Omar was the best player against Jedsan, 15 points, 4 rebounds and 7 assists, 10 points in the second quarter.
5 points in the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter wherein they were able to create separation.
Yeah, and meanwhile, ang ating kasamang si Mika Abisamis has a report.
Orlan Omar has a lot of stories, obviously, about this game. There's one about Ion Ion, which I will do later, but this one is about Marwin Taiwan. He said he will never forget the celebrations, the closeness of family members, but more importantly, their experiences on the court. Orlan mentioned their series against Makati. For Marwin naman, it was the playoff game that gave Nueva Ecija their first loss of the season in Season 4 after 20-plus wins in the North Division Finals. Marwin remembers being one of those that also did well in that game, but Orlan said that he never doubted that one day magtatapat sila sa ganitong paraan. Sa Delph Coach Chris.
What a reunion in this occasion para dito sa dalawang magagaling na point guards. And
Jolo Mendoza in the game.
we need him for his shooting, battle for the rebound. One ni Papa Ray, and sa ngayon sa, if you work with someone so often,
Right.
you know what he's capable of pretty much and kung anong ceiling niya.
Right, and what I like about that report is that Marwin Taiwan always knew that, we mentioned earlier that this is Orlan Omar's team. No matter how good he
Was
plays,
going to be.
yeah. I mean, at some point he knew that this game, playing against each other, was coming. As you see, the challenge shot by Villapando over Ildefonso. Panganiban though with a miss in transition. Kaya lang, offensive rebound of the loose ball, San Juan.
Omar against Ion Ion.
That's a poor pass.
Kaya masyado malakas. Nathan held onto it for quite some time. Forced into a shot clock violation.
That's why it was a poor pass, because Hugnatan just hit a 3 earlier on the left corner. If he caught that ball, that could have been another 3 and extend the lead to 8.
Ganda ng reception kay Ken Villapando pagbalik niya sa bench. He's done a marvelous job on Dave Ildefonso.
Little floppy action, Mendoza and Ildefonso.
Ildefonso misses the 3.
Ildefonso, 2 of 6 after that shot. Here's San Juan though. Another missed layup.
Gamboa dives for that loose ball. And they will reset with Orlan Omar. 8 seconds in the shot clock. Omar trying to split the double team. Someone will be called for a foul, and it's going to be Marwin Taiwan.
There's a lot of disadvantages when you're a small player, but at the same time, tulad ng huling ginawa niya yung pag-split against us, relatively a small player in Marwin Taiwan. advantage din yun. Kapag hindi ka ganong kalakihan, nakakalusot ka sa mga maliliit na butas. Something that I'm sure you could relate to.
Hindi naman. Inaatrasan ko yung mga ganun. Ibibigay ko na lang.
Hindi mo ipipilit.
Hindi ko ibibilit. Nanonood sa atin, Ronald Tubit, the Saint,
The Saint.
is watching right
Congrats,
now.
Coach.
Yun. Abra calls timeout. They are down by 7, 59.4 seconds left here in the first half. Coach Elvis and Coach Boying, Merman Flores, they've stayed on, and why not? No, Knicks are fan of the game, born for greatness. San Juan group. Sa likod ng San Juan bench yan. Coach Don Dulay is a VIP observer. Pwede ba yun?
Of
VIP
course.
observer.
Of course.
36-29. Josh David is in the game. Jolo Mendoza, Dave Ildefonso, Raven Gonzalez, and Mark Yee. Dave, jumper, got it.
That time went a little closer, using that jab step to his right, 2 dribbles to his left. Again, using his length to shoot over the defender.
3 of 8 from the field. Dave Ildefonso. Hugnatan launches in and out. Fight for the rebound. Last touch si Mike Calisaan. 19 seconds remaining. Bola ng Abra.
So we talked about the mini run nitong San Juan that started the last possession of the first quarter, and then they built towards that. Here's the Ildefonso jumper. Abra right now in the same situation. Last possession of the second quarter. They score here, they could trim the lead down to 1 possession. Start of the third, they will have first possession. Fouls to give.
Yeah, smart foul given up by Reynel Hugnatan.
It was a little too early for me though.
It looks like San Juan ball to start the third.
No, it's pointing towards the court of
Abra?
The court of Abra.
Or
Kung kanino nakaturo yung possession ngayon
yun ang
sa Abra, yan. So it's gonna switch later since magsuswitch ng courts.
Ildefonso, both teams in penalty now. Dave. Look at the triple team on Dave Ildefonso. Finds David for 3. Too strong.
That's a big miss. That's a big miss. But then again, it's only a 5-point game. Fortunate was San Juan defensively at that time. And they will enjoy a 5-point lead heading into halftime.
So the battle for Northern supremacy is halfway done. And the San Juan Knights fighting back from an early deficit to take a 5-point lead at the break. We will be right back.
Is that for Diego?
Pero mintis, 2 free throw, ha? Oh, what a pass! Biggs Pascual setting up Kit Jimenez.
This has got to be one of the best games, if not the best game, that we've seen from Mix Pascual. Good decision making right there, but you got to catch up on the other end.
Defense once again. Ugsang at the post. Fading away. Oh my goodness, Reeve Ugsang. How about that?
If your key player is down, it's the role players that take over. Rivugsan this time, after giving that pass earlier to Mark Meneses, decides I'm gonna take on this one, taking on 3 white shirts, fading away, knocking it down to the delight of the Cebu Braves bench.
Sazon. Yambing will slam it down. Was actually asking for the lob. This guy could really jump out of a building. It was Rinwil Yambing.
Nice little pocket pass delivered there by Ives Sazon. It's still a slam for Rin William Bing, one hand plus as he brought back yung kanyang cornrows for this game.
You don't want to see going as well. Tandaan natin. Oh, what a move!
Grabe yun. And Mac Talio able to score.
In and out with the left hand and that right hand finish, leaving the defense on the dust. Mac Talio at his best, breaking down primary defenders.
Napako na sa 64 points. Rodel Gravera will slam it down with 2 hands.
He pretty much deserves that moment, itong si Rodel Gravera. He's just been a guy that they pull off the bench and always gives positive results. He never runs out of effort. Well, it was a foot race with Migs Pascual, and Migs was not gonna challenge that. And Rodel Gravera, a very quiet, athletic guy.
At nauuna siya dito. Farito will slam it down with his left hand.
He is in a zone. Christian Pajarito has made this Voyagers team and this Cuneta Astrodome as his playground tonight, showing us everything that he can do on the floor. Left hand jam puts in that exclamation on the kind of game that Christian has played.
Missing the second. Davao, chance to win it. Escobedo inside the pass. Escocio scores! 0.7 seconds remaining. Val City calls timeout. What a play there by the Davao Occidental Tigers.
Well, they quickly ran the other way and trying to attack, understanding the time that was left, that front end miss.
About a 4-second differential between shot and game clock.
That is enough time.
Roy Sumang attacks, pulling up. Money on a mid-range jumper.
They got time.
But still a 2-possession game. Hamon, a second remaining. And that's gonna do it. Zamboanga. How about Roy Sumang? Struggling all game long with his shot. Delivers the dagger for the Zamboanga Sikat.
The dagger against June Manso, no problem. Little step back, and that basket made just in time to give them the lead and eventually the game.
Basilan with 7 steals compared to 8 naman for Ilagan Isabela. Alex Cabagno drives baseline. Oh! Had that tough angle but had the wits in English to will that one through.
Oh boy, what an incredible shot make by the Crunchman. Santos was trying to keep in step with him all the way to the hoop. Took it to the other side with a much more difficult attempt. Was able to use that offhand to keep Santos from getting in front of him. But still, the magnitude of the difficulty of the shot.
He has post start para dito sa Sarangani.
Oh! One-handed throwdown right out of the gates from Simon Sandagon.
Simon Sandagon in his last 2-3 games has really sent out a statement that he is laser focused to try and bring a title for the Quezon Huskers this season.
That came out of nowhere. Simon Sandagon announcing his entry.
Halftime here at the Caloocan Sports Complex. The chase for the #1 spot in the North dito sa laban ng Abra versus San Juan. And it was Abra who dictated the pace of this game early on, dictated the tempo, and San Juan finding some momentum late in that first period up until the second quarter. That's why they are on top right now, 36-31. But you see the numbers here, very, very close, Christian, except for the bench scoring, because itong San Juan, their bench really stepped up big time.
It changed the game, really, and we kept talking about the shift of momentum of where it started for San Juan, especially being down early as much as 14-6 in that first quarter. Really started with that 3, as we mentioned, by JC Collier, who came off the bench. And you saw the numbers right there, the bench scoring 26-4. Those 3 right there, okay, apart from Orlan Wamara, Maikes, Collier, Soyud, 19 of the 26 bench points. That is big time to come in, change the game. Not only that, take the lead, the front, to go into the front seat heading into the second half. Now, obviously, games are won in the second half, as you see the numbers of Abra, leading scorer, Ildefonso. It's going to be interesting to see 2 things, Senel. Coverage, the ball screen coverage on Dave Ildefonso. We saw different types of it. There were times they were blitzing him on ball screens. There were times that they were not, saan ka sasandal? Because matchup-wise, I thought, we talked about this, I thought they had success, especially with Villapando coming in. You look at Villapando's numbers, you could say, okay, he was okay. But if you watch the game, okay, he was more than okay. Second thing, okay, for San Juan, I think you have to break this game wide open for Abra. Against Abra. Why? I don't think they've been put in that position. Okay?
All season long.
All season long. I know they lost against Pasay, but if my memory serves me right, that was a close game.
Yeah, and they pulled away quite late.
Right? So, I think they have a good chance, okay, being up, although Taiwan right now has a 3-point play coming up. If they have a chance to break this game wide open, suddenly you're testing Abra. You're putting Abra in a position in unfamiliar territory.
That's true.
Point differential of average, 24 points. 22? 24 points. 22 points.
And they start with Gamboa here, Ramos, Panganiban, Calisan, and Wamar. And Aldrich Ramos knocks down another jumper, this time a 3-pointer. It's back to 5. Andamang dito ng San Juan. Ildefonso, Gamboa, and Villapando have alternated on Dave Ildefonso.
What a move.
Ildefonso with a sidestep. But you know what? He's been made to work extra hard for his baskets tonight.
But that's the thing. He was the leading scorer. Tulad nung nakita nyo, before the third quarter started. But shooting the ball below 40%.
And the 3 turnovers.
Forced into 3 turnovers as well. And even that move, diba? Ang ganda nung galaw, tulad nung sinabi natin. But it took 3 moves. Reject of the ball screen, crossover, and a sidestep for him to work hard to get to the line. And that's all, anytime you're guarding the best player in the league right now, that's all you can ask for defensively sa iyong koponan.
He needs to come up with a few counters para makawala sa depensa. Here's Gamboa, blocked by Raven Gonzalez. Mike Ayon. Ildefonso. Gamboa again right in front of him.
Yeah.
Ildefonso shakes off the defense, but could not convert.
Advantage. San Juan.
Panganiban on the move. No. Calisaan goes up, and he is fouled by Uduba.
This is something na nabanggit natin kanina sa laro. Every time it's a long rebound or a turnover and then somebody falls down to the floor. That time, dalawang blue shirts for Abra. It almost feels like 2 turnovers that you committed on the other end. I thought they were fortunate that it ended up with a foul because now Calisaan missed the first free throw. Instead of getting a 3-point play, they could get none. Mukhang alam na ni Coach Yung eh. Sinasabi niya, rebound. Naging player niya to eh, di ba?
Yeah. Calisaan sinks the second. 4-point game. Marwin Taiwan. Natrasan si Orlan Wamar. Gonzalez with a pick.
Excellent on-ball defense by Wamar.
Wamar is still there. Gonzalez underneath.
Until the last moment. No, I thought Dave Ildefonso was open on that right corner.
Oh, medyo malalim na rin. Hindi na makita ni Marwin yung mga daming nakaputi dun.
Correct. Good thing that the ball somehow finds Gonzalez. You look at Gonzalez's number, former Raven Cortez, now season averages. You see the season averages, 17 minutes, 7 points. In the last game, was in double figures with 10. He's an important piece to this Abra championship run this season.
Orlan Wamar, full head of steam, and Orlan Wamar. You can't turn your back on Orlan Wamar. 8 points in the ball game.
That's a great point that you just said. Because it's one thing to have a full head of steam, but he has a change of pace. Also, Dave Ildefonso off the catch and shoot.
14 points para kay Dave Ildefonso. And pag umiinit si Dave Ildefonso, Coach Alex knows who to call up. Ramos trying to answer. Rebound ni Oduba, chance to tie or take the lead here for Abra.
Mismatch.
Yeah, Aldrich is on Dave.
Right.
Atrasan si Aldrich Ramos. Ildefonso, he forces the double team. They're looking for the open man here. Ayon goes to Taiwan. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Marwin with a big three.
And it all started with a cross match going down. Ramos on Ildefonso. Wamar right there with the double swing of the basketball. Big shot, as you mentioned, by Taiwan, but a big pass to answer Wamar to Calisaan.
The big players coming to play here. As expected, they know.
That's off, way off.
Yeah, they know what this matchup is all about. That's a foul on Taiwan.
It's a good foul. That's a good foul. Only the second team foul. Although Marwin Taiwan, I don't know how many fouls he's got. Yun lang, pang-apat. Yun lang ang mabigat doon.
That is number 4 on Marwin.
Look at this pass.
This is Orlan Wamar at his best. Playmaking, scoring, and just creating, scoring opportunities for his team.
You know how good of a pass that was? Coaches always teach, always make the pass go over, never through. It went both, over and through. Ganon kaganda yung pasang yun, pero yung layup ni Wamar doon, challenged and forced into a miss.
Ayon. Yet to make an impact in this ball game. David Ildefonso finds Gonzalez. He forces the foul. And when I say force, he did. He did, absolutely. But it is a foul. I don't think they won't have a case for a challenge here. Cuellar returns for Nico Panganiban.
So earlier in the second quarter, San Juan was the one, or Abra, was the one who was over the limit early. Pero ngayon sa third quarter, San Juan naman with 6:38 still in this quarter.
Meanwhile, our Mika Abisamis as a special guest. Go ahead, Mika.
Maraming salamat, nakikita nyo naman, he must be here for several different reasons. But I just want to ask, of course, the Nueva Ecija Rice Vanguard's coach, Don Dulay, how are you enjoying this game?
Well, it's always nice to watch two powerhouse teams play against each other. And obviously, we played both of them already. And now the playoffs is coming close, you never know who we're going to play. So it's nice to see and learn from these two teams.
That's right. You have a powerhouse team for yourself as well. What do you want to tell the fans who cannot wait to see you in the playoffs?
To all the Nueva Ecija fans, we miss you guys. We can't wait to see you in the playoffs. Thank you for the support for the whole year. And to the Cuevas family, Boss Bong, Mom Ryan, Boss Ivan, thank you for your support.
Nice to see you here, Coach. Thank you very much. So that was Coach Chris.
Thank you so much, Mika. Thank you so much, Coach Don Dulay, my future pickleball buddy.
I knew it. Something na hindi mo talaga matiis. Feeling ko sa pregame pa lang, talagang tinitiis mo na yan nung nakita mo nandito si Coach Don.
Here's Orlan Wamar. Jeo Chu is there. Oh, Wamar, the high arcing jumper won't work. David Defonso gets it to the birthday boy, Encho Serrano. Nandun si Colliar. Serrano will try to exploit this matchup. That's an offensive foul on Encho Serrano.
Encho Serrano, he wanted that matchup against Colliar, but we all know that Colliar is no pushover. Was he looking at you? Yeah, I think he was looking at you. Right here. Little bit extension of the arm, obviously, but I would say 70% of selling the call. Good job.
Villapando. Soyud is back on the floor. Villapando, the cross-court pass. Intercepted by Mike Ayonayo. That's a foul. Count the basket. And that may be
unsportsmanlike.
An unsportsmanlike foul.
Sa ulo eh. Nakakita yata ng lamok. Was that Colliar?
Yeah.
He gave up the foul? Yeah.
This is the fast break of the game brought to you by Extreme X Play on the go speaker. Take your music anywhere. Ooh.
No, that's going to be an unsportsmanlike foul for sure.
He did not expect Ayonayo to slow down.
Yeah. For a while there, maybe Colliar thought he was like in time zone. You know that the head's popping up and then you try to hammer it down.
Tatlo anak mo.
I know. 3 boys. Mabigat yung tawag na yan.
Excessive hard contact.
Because extra free throw, obviously, ball possession, momentum, obviously, with Abra.
And Mike sinks the free throw. Siyempre, nanonood si mami niya, si Tita Rain and Daddy Roy. Yeah.
Kumusta po kayo dyan?
Oo, gising ng maaga.
Yeah.
Gising ng maaga. And speaking of watching us right now, mga VIPs nanonood, Coach Governor Dennis Delta Pineda.
Kumusta po? Congratulations po, Coach.
Oo, 2-time Coach of the Year dito sa MPBL. But now, Encho Serrano. So, that's 5 points in that possession.
Such timing, ah.
Yeah.
I mean, kakabati lang kay Coach Gov Delta tapos nakashoot yung former player niya. No? Etong si Encho Serrano. What a move off the spin.
Wamar and
Ayon, former teammates.
They've turned things around here.
Ang daming technical. Official number 17.
Edmar Avis.
Yeah.
And this is...
He gave like 3 technicals to my count.
Players on the court, please stay in front of your respective benches and observe.
And they have to unpack this scrum right here.
Yeah. This was unspokenly expected.
Wamar.
There's the action, yun. Yung pagyakap. And Wamar hindi nagustuhan.
Jeo Chu. There's the ball thrown by Aldrich Ramos to Jeo Chu. That was a foul earlier already.
Right.
And Wamar
has to be better than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bit comedic already, that ball.
At that point, yeah.
At that point.
Yeah, you see, may mga nakatawa, sarcastically, Ramos, Giochu, Soyud, may mga nakatawa pa rin.
Si Papa Ray nakapigil sa bench na huwag kayong pumasok.
Hindi siya yung away-away. Parang away patawas eh. In a way.
Well, I think I expected this maybe in the first quarter just to get it over with.
Right.
But I'm not surprised that it happened already here in the third. Kasi at least may adjustment pa kung ano man mangyari dito.
So think of it as a follow-through after that Cuellar foul, that hammer on the head. Okay, Ayon. And obviously Ayon involved once again, but I don't see any fault defensively sa ginawa niya. No? If there's anything, it was a foul on him. But beyond that, I don't think he should get a technical. Talagang chinest out ni Wamar eh.
Oo, labas ang chest eh. Ayaw magpaawat.
Foul on number 28, Mike Ayon.
There's the call.
Technical foul on Mike Ayon. Technical foul on Orlan Wamar, both for unsportsmanlike behavior. Technical foul on Aldrich Ramos for throwing the ball to his opponent.
So 2 technicals for San Juan.
I don't get the technical with Ayon though. Based on the replay. Let's see once again. There's the hold, there's the foul. There's the reaction. So what did Ayon do? What did Ayon do? Tell me.
Yeah.
Why is he getting a technical?
Third foul, Aldrich Ramos.
Maybe a few words, maybe.
I don't think so.
Yeah, but I'm surprised as well.
Now, the one with Aldrich Ramos, Ramos, which I didn't see. Did you see it? But obviously it's a replay. Okay,
the
so
ball.
anyway, I overlooked it.
The ball being thrown.
Yeah, ball being thrown. That's an obvious technical. But San Juan is disputing something. Maybe it's something that even with the benefit of the replay in front of us, Sidelf, maybe hindi natin nakita, I don't know. We were focused on one angle. But there's got to be something that Coach Alex, it's probably the one with Ayon also, of why he's getting a technical.
Or maybe they wanted it to be upgraded, yung foul kay Ayon.
Oh, sorry. He's not disputing that. Former San Juan Knight.
Villapando, corner 3 won't go. Wamar with a rebound. Wamar, corner 3 as well. He knocks it down. And he's back in business, Orlan Wamar. 11 points in the ball game. Atake si Encho, last touch ng mga nakaputi. 50-47. Executive game MVP Kaiser Galvez is watching as well.
Oscar.
Here's Encho Serrano, jumper over Cuellar. He puts it in for 2.
Always good going to his left, whether it's that short jumper or that patented one-hander.
Nexter Marquez will check in the next dead ball.
That's
another foul.
Yeah.
On Ayon.
Are they gonna take a look at this again? Because if it's an unspo, correct me if I'm wrong,
He's out.
He's out of the ball game. Okay, this is a crucial review for Abra. Because from our angle, tinamaan sa muka itong si Wamar.
Yeah.
Now, question is, was it incidental? Or was it a little extra after the call?
Yun.
Yun.
That could be.
That could be an upgrade.
Yeah.
It looked to be a short clothesline.
Yeah.
This could be an upgrade. It's an unsportsmanlike foul.
It is.
Yeah.
And he's done.
And that's how big. I'm going to go back to the first one.
Upon review, it was an unsportsmanlike
That's
foul.
big.
Number 28, Mike Ayonayon.
He's out.
If I'm Coach Yong,
Mike Ayonayon had a technical foul earlier.
iniinit ang
Mike
ulo ko
Ayonayon
dito sa pangalawa.
is out of the playing court.
Sa una. Doon sa una.
Mike Ayonayon is done. The former finals MVP against his former team here. 4 points, 3
that's
rebounds,
big.
and 2 assists.
That's big.
I cannot remember a time when Mike Ayonayon was ejected.
Exactly.
Hindi ako makapaniwala.
Exactly. And, you know, maybe it's Orlan Wamar because sa totoo lang ha, yung ginawa ni Orlan, the first incident, wherein both of them were given technicals. That's something that uncharacteristic din kay Orlan.
Yeah.
Provoking of some sort. But because it's a former teammate, because it's an important player, sometimes players would do whatever it takes.
Yeah, a little gamesmanship.
Diba?
Little gamesmanship. Royce Alforque has been sent in for JC Collar. Here's Orlan Wamar. Fires a jumper. He's got 7 straight. Orlan Wamar. It's a 1-point game.
Sabi mo nga, you know, that first jumper earlier in the corner, he's in BIB mode, back in business.
Jayo Chu and Orlan Wamar making all the right plays on both ends of the floor here. See how one player can dominate the game for a stretch?
I gotta take a look at this again because it was the selling part that was glaring, but let's see if it was actually a moving screen. Ooh.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Ooh.
Alforque. They're looking for Wamar here. Orlan, there's a double team looking for Soyud, and Soyud finishes on the other side.
Orlan Wamar making things happen. If there's an advertisement that they find ways, Orlan Wamar has his own, making things happen.
Raul Soyud, big off the bench, 8 points now.
How good has he been? Silently,
Oh,
but solid.
not much fanfare. 8 points in the ball game para kay Raul Soyud. Ildefonso is fouled. Both teams in penalty with 4 minutes and 21 seconds here in the third. Let's go to Mika.
Just a little story on Raul Soyud, no, also doing well tonight, admitted to being amazed by this league during his first ever game against Gensan. Sabi niya, grabe pala dito, hindi biro, ang bibilis. He's been adjusting, being 34 years old, no, but obviously we know what he can bring here. It hasn't been easy for Raul getting here, had a serious health issue some 20 years ago in Negros Occidental, in Bagu, to be specific. Ang syudad daw na hindi naluluma, in his words. Parang siya lang daw. With his many years in the PBA, he wants to prove that it ain't over till it's over. Si Jeff Coach Chris.
Maraming salamat, Mika.
I thought Mika was gonna rap.
It ain't over till it's over. 3-on-1
Excellent
break
report.
here. Ildefonso from Serrano.
I can't believe he. I thought he was older, to be honest with you.
Raul?
Raul Soyud. I thought he was like 36.
Wow.
He's below 35.
Villapando from the corner. No, Alforque with a big rebound. Maikes.
This is Abra's ball. This is Abra's ball. What a strip.
Well, Maikes was actually looking for the call already.
Wala namang pinito.
Wala pa namang
He had a
pinito.
chance to recover the basketball.
He had the advantage.
Right. Look at this. The strip, tumama sa tuhod ni Maikes. He's fortunate he wasn't called for the offensive foul, probably. But what a play by DI.
56-53. Abra. Ildefonso to Jayo Chu.
That's a foul.
It's a foul on Raul Soyud. 2
Really?
free throws coming up.
Really unnecessary. Hindi malalim yung tanggap ni Gio Chu. It's not like he was gonna dunk over Soyud. So if you're Soyud, that's unnecessary. But maybe he wants Gio Chu to earn it from the line.
I'd like to thank LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Jae Chu, #1 draft pick.
Well, we talked about Abra taking advantage of San Juan being over the limit at the 6:30 mark, Sedelf. This is free throw number 12 and 13 in this quarter alone for Abra after having only 10 in the first half.
Jae Chu missing on the second. That is last touch on San Juan. It will stay with Abra. 3:32 remaining in the third quarter.
A chance to make this still a 2 or maybe a 3 possession ball game with a 3-pointer.
Ildefonso, well defended again. Batino with the offensive rebound. Mendoza,
that's off
the mark. Rebound ako ni Ildefonso. Wamar on him. Batino, 2 seconds on the shot clock. Mendoza fires. It's short. Alforque comes away with the loose ball. Maiquez is running. Maiquez, what a finish from Dexter Maiquez.
Are you kidding me? The English. I don't know if it's English 101, 102, 104. Certainly.
Advanced English.
Yeah. What a finish.
2-point game. Serrano on the attack. And Encho scores against Raul Soyud, 59-55. 12 points para kay Encho Serrano.
What a game.
That's a foul on Jolo Mendoza.
Penalty na rin. Ng Abra.
And Orlando Omar, his demeanor right now. The fast break of the game is brought to you by Extreme Cool Air Conditioners. Ang Extreme Magpalamig free installation for split-type air conditioners. And
Nakita mo kung paano umisplit. Biglang lumitaw na lang sa picture etong si Maiquez. And then,
that was a very short pass to give up.
It was a short pass. It was a shovel pass.
Orlando Omar, galing kay Alforque.
Galing kay Alforque. How about the finish? Sino naalala mo sa mga ganong finish?
Wala eh.
Pilita Corrales.
Oh my. Omar with a miss at the line. 2.5 minutes remaining here sa ating third quarter. Na kay Dave Ildefonso ang bola. Batino with the pick. Batino to Jae Chu. Blocked by Raul. And Raul is going to get teed up.
Unnecessary.
For all that we've been saying na tahimik si Raul Soyud, he has a fire in him. And nakita natin doon.
Yeah, the thing is, this could be a 4-point swing. Kaninong bola to?
In San Juan, I think San Juan will have the ball.
Are they? Okay, because they were going into transition of an advantage on the other end.
And Jolo Mendoza will take the free throw. Tinawanan ni Coach Alex. Bigla ako kay Raul doon, ha? Yeah,
So-
San Juan will have the ball.
Yeah. Well, sayang yung pagkahaton sa kabila.
Yeah, kasi nakabagsak si Jae Chu. Eh.
Right.
There is something about this game.
It's been competitive and at the same time fun.
Alforque, the crossover.
Good pass.
Maiquez from the corner.
What a rebound, what a tap by Ildefonso.
And that's a poor foul if you're Dexter Maiquez kasi
Penalty.
And you have players here back to defend.
Well, he didn't like their numbers. So we could go back to that unnecessary taunting ni Raul Soyud. They lose the chance to score. It gives a point. Because a free throw by Mendoza, they don't get to score. And then another chance to score in a game wherein in a basketball game, top teams in the league, it only takes 1 point to win a basketball game. And free throws are so important. But Encho Serrano missed the first one.
And free throw numbers here, 16 of 25 for Abra, 13 of 17 for San Juan. Second free throw para kay Encho. Having a really good game on his 26th birthday. 13 points para kay Encho Serrano.
2 minutes.
Villapando. Villapando will fire a three. Raul Soyod with a finish.
Alam mo, sabi mo nga, no, ikaw kilala mo tong si Raul. I was gonna say bata, but I think they're exchanging some words na hindi natin nakikita.
Yeah, and Raul Soyod able to grab the rebound. Here comes Villapando. Villapando with a strong finish.
All right, they're gonna review this because Batino maybe had a little extra there. Maybe, kung tinamaan.
Please stay in front of your respective benches and observe the proper bench decorum.
And this third quarter has gone on forever.
Right? There.
No, may pabaon.
Konting ano lang, may buhok naman to si Villapando pero nag-decide si Batino na magbendong time, no?
Look at everyone. Yeah. Look at everyone behind that bench. Look at everyone pointing.
Bigyan ng pito mga yan.
We're laughing out here, but this game has been
talagang nakakakulay. No?
Rainbow
na yung kulay dito eh. Nung una isa, dalawa. No, pero hindi.
There might be something extra here for
meron na eh. Makulay na talaga to eh.
Batino. Referee Mike Kinay. So the foul was on Jolo Mendoza.
Foul on number 10, Jolo Mendoza. His second. Upon review, there was an unsportsmanlike foul on number 30, Alfred Batino, for excessive hard contact.
So that is going to be a big call as well. They could get 6 points out of this. And the sportsmanlike foul on Alfred Batino. So Villapando will get 2 free throws here for this foul.
You're gonna see the replay right there.
Yon. For that extra.
Pero ang kino-contest nila, I think yung pagbagsak ni Villapando on Mendoza, which I think they have a case. Seeing the replay, we saw the replay more than once already, and yet it's hard to determine. Just imagine in live play.
Villapando, 0 for 2.
Ball don't lie yata.
Siya pa rin. I think siya pa rin yung
Hindi na.
Villapando pa rin. No, because he was the one who got fouled.
2 free throws, Ken Villapando.
Ken Villapando missed both earlier, sinks this one. to 60.
With San Juan Knights, go for goal.
It will stay with San Juan.
40 seconds to shoot.
Minute and 26 to play, and we're only in the third quarter here. Soberano to Maikes. Royce Alforque has it. AC. Yung ginamit. Maikes. Villapando. That's travel.
He's not able to establish his pivot foot, I guess.
Balik sa Abra ang bola. They a possible 6 points there. Only 2 points na nakuha na San Juan. Encho. Fade away, short. Battle for the rebound. It's with Jeo Chu. He misses. Raul Soyod able to hold on to that basketball, but there's a foul.
On Batino.
The push on Batino.
The push by Batino on Soyud kaya natulak sa labas. Si Maikes. Yeah. Pero hindi, nakabagsak na si Maikes even before that. Tinamaan siya sa mukha ni Gio Chu. Right there, siguro tinamaan sa mata, no? A sorry miss by Gio Chu, all alone underneath. And then right here, Soyud has the basketball. Where's?
Yeah, naatrasan siya ni Batino. Yun ang tawag nila doon. No?
Yeah.
Ayun. Yung konting usog.
Okay.
If there was some space, maybe hindi tatawagan ng foul yun kung hindi papunta sa labas.
Correct.
Si Raul.
Looks like the call will stand. Let's see.
Yeah. Probably one of the longest third quarters I've covered here in the MPBL.
Yeah, I mean...
And I've covered this league for 7
review,
seasons.
the challenge was unsuccessful.
This third quarter is longer than the first half. Certainly much longer than the first game.
Well, Dexter Maikes has to be replaced here. Tinamaan sa mata.
Maikes.
Yeah. And Kalisaan comes in. Yeah, the difference right now, nakita ko sa San Juan for most of the season that they've played, Christian, is that hindi na nagsasabay si Dex tsaka si Mike.
Kalisaan.
Oo, ngayon, pwede na nilang, ano yun. And it looks like Dexter Maikes is going to the dugout. Diretso siya. Can get an update on him in a while. Oh, 0 for 2 for Raul Soyod. Raven Gonzalez with a rebound. So, free throws here for San Juan. 4 ang namintis nila.
8 misses for San Juan. 9 misses for Abra. So far.
Ildefonso. He gets it back. Dave for 3. That won't go. Rebound ni Raul Soyod. Soyod already with 7 rebounds in the ball game. Raul gets it to Villapando. Alforque now. Kalisaan. Soberano will fire. No. Battle for the loose ball. Kalisaan has it. AC for 3. No good. Agawan sa rebound. Well, Batino may have gotten away with a hold again.
I don't know, because there was so many hands, so many arms, so many heads inside the paint. Ildefonso had the ball for a while, then loses it. It's off the shoe of Kalisaan.
Serrano, the drive, that short rebound ni Kalisaan, and matatapos din pala itong third quarter natin, ha? Natapos din, ha?
Walang forever.
61-60. What a quarter of basketball that was. That took forever. Our highlights of the game brought to you by Sip Plus, the official hydration partner of the MPBL. Elevate your hydration. And it was
the Orlan Wamar quarter.
Orlan Wamar quarter, but Abra taking this one.
Right.
30-24. What a turnaround for the Solid North Weavers in that third quarter.
Especially towards the end of that third quarter, San Juan made their run. You know, the first 6 minutes, Wamar, 10 points in that quarter. But almost back to square one. Abra only up 1 heading into the fourth.
Congressman Oka Malapitan, our host for this Thursday triple header dito sa Liga ng Bawat Pilipino. Our fan of the game brought to you by LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. 61-60, final 10 minutes of this chase for number 1.
Guys, ganda ng kulay, oh, maroon.
Oo. Good luck pala sa UP Fighting Maroons. My team this season.
Really? Thank you.
Kahit green kami.
That's good
Or
to
blue.
know. That's good to know kahit na
Oh, Royce
labag
Alforque.
sa kalooban mo.
Quick one here for Royce Alforque.
To take the lead once again for San Juan. You look at the quarter scoring. Twice San Juan scored over 20, but what a big third quarter, obviously, for Abra. That sort of neutralizes those 224 points by San Juan. Had 30 in the last quarter.
Ang tanong dyan, actually, Christian, if you know, there's a 4 and 5 here. Soyud knocks down the 3.
Somebody's down.
It's Encho Serrano.
Encho Serrano.
But a big shot galing kay Raul Soyud. Actually, if you ask me, where would San Juan be if not for Orlan Omar's 10 points there in the third?
Exactly.
That stretch, that crucial stretch
Yeah.
when Abra was gaining momentum.
That's why it's something that we pointed out as we approach the fourth.
Encho Serrano down on the floor has 13 points in this ball game. He's down for an extended time here. Tingnan natin yung nangyari dito. No? Encho loses the ball here sa depensa ni
Yung ulo niya, sort of like whiplash on the shoe of Alforque. Yeah, I believe.
Parang biglaan ng
Right.
And on the other end, San Juan able to capitalize with that 3 from Raul Soyud, who now has 13 points and 7 rebounds. Only his second game for San Juan.
Silent but deadly. He's been solid since the time he checked in off the bench.
65-61. Uduba. The one-hander, masyado malakas. Raven Gonzalez. That's a foul on the rebound.
Off the ball.
Holding foul number 6. AC Soberano is first. First team foul. Aldrich Ramos.
Napahinga muna si Raul Soyud. Balik si Aldrich Ramos. And what a solid game so far para kay Raul. 13 points and 7 rebounds as we mentioned. John Uduba gets the inbound. Here's Jolo Mendoza. Puts his head down and he banks it in on that drive. Jolo Mendoza.
He was determined that time. Jolo Mendoza, I thought he almost lost the basketball, but able to recover at the concentration to finish that one off the glass.
Alforque, Aldrich, a 3. Soberano was wide open from sa corner.
And Ramos quickly to apologize to Soberano because he knew that he missed, the better shot. But instead,
Balik sa Abra ang bola.
settled for the good one.
Mendoza to David. Jolo for 3. No, rebound. Ooh. Last touch ni Villapando. And Coach Alex wants a challenge.
They might have a case because
Gonzalez.
Villapando went up with 2 hands and then natapik ni Gonzalez. But sometimes yung difference nun pwedeng fingertips eh.
Yeah.
Kahit na yung direksyon, patapik palabas.
Sobrang modern pa naman ng ano natin dito.
Right.
Technology natin
Right.
dito.
Yeah, which
So,
you had nothing to do with, right?
Of course.
Akala ko you take credit pa eh.
We'll be
Ito
right
na.
back. We'll be right back.
Upon review, the challenge was successful. San Juan Knights basketball.
So balik sa San Juan ang bola. Last touch ni Raven Gonzalez. Bago ko pa makalimutan, Boss Ruel Conto, happy birthday sa'yo. Kahit hindi mo ako na-invite sa party mo, Mike Abalos, also our statistician. Oo, no, nag-birthday din recently.
Happy birthday po. Open shot.
It's a miss from Villapando. That's a big miss. He's missed 3. Ildefonso forceful on the finish. He's got 20 points. Dave Ildefonso, easiest basket for him tonight.
That's a word that we haven't, thrown around in this game. But you give Ildefonso a head of steam, a runway, forget about it.
That's last touch on Royce Alforque. Balik sa Abra ang bola. Back-to-back stops here for the solid North Weavers.
Well, this started with the hustle of Jolo Mendoza. Loose ball rebound ends up with Gonzalez, and Gonzalez has always been a smart player, good decision maker. That time gives it up to DI.
Here's Ildefonso. Oh, lost the handle.
Give it up. There you go.
Soberano for 3. No. Rebound. There's a foul on David. And Ildefonso slow to get back.
And that's going to be a part of yung maturity nito si Villapando. He did an excellent job defensively. But if he gave it up to get it back, he would have ended up with a layup on the other end.
You have an update from Mika.
Yeah, just an update on Dex Maikes, no? He's still in the dugout or nakalabas na ba dyan sa bench. Pero medyo blurred pa daw ang paningin niya sa right eye niya. So not sure if he can be back still, Coach Chris.
Thank you so much, Mika. Balik na si Dex Maikes sa bench, no? Nakakalabas lang.
So that, kung hindi na makabalik itong si Maikes, it sort of like cancels out yung pag-eject ni Mike Ayon Ramos for 3.
Now Villapando, look at him go for that offensive rebound. Extra possession for San Juan. Wamar is fresh. Orlan puts his head down and he uses his experience there to draw the foul on David and get 2 free throws in the process.
But you see how hard he had to work. He started from the opposite side of the floor, sa dulo, sa left corner. And then he ended up on the right block, and almost made that. Pero, again, experience na naig doon. Wamar, 6 the first.
And Dexter Maikes is there. May konting kanang mata niya. Free throw of the game is brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. 2 for 2 for Orlan Wamar. Ron Denison gets a breather. And Dave Ildefonso is on the bench. And he looks like he's cramping, no? Naka-extend yung kamay niya. Yung paa niya.
Maybe cramping, maybe his groin, who knows?
And this is just the type of game. One of those games na masusubukan ka physically, mentally, emotionally, lahat na. You are pushed to the limit. Under 7 minutes remaining here. Encho Serrano. David for 3. Good line. No. Rebound Orlan Wamar. Wamar looks ahead. Calisa. Nice fake. Block. Ramos is there for the putback. Able to clean it up.
That's why you never give up on the play. Even if you think it's a short 2 points. Because nothing is sure until it gets through the rim. Ramos sticking with it, gets rewarded. Turnover. Or not.
Good save.
Recovery.
Oh yeah, by Serrano. 5 seconds on the shot clock. David. 3 short rebound. Uduba. Balik kay Mendoza. Encho Serrano. Nakabuelo si Encho. Oh, he gets that one to drop. Plus the foul.
This is what separates the average players to the really good ones. Shots like this one Encho Serrano gets fouled there, loses his balance, the concentration, the English, the kiss off the glass, a big shot nonetheless.
Extra great move of the game, born for greatness. Encho Serrano.
And we'll get an extra free throw.
Balik na si David Defonso, shaking that one off. Let's go to Mika.
Encho Serrano is celebrating his 26th birthday, as you mentioned. He's had several big games on the day of his birth. An Ateneo versus DLSU game in the UAAP. Pampanga versus Nueva Ecija 2 times on his birthday and won both. We have talked about this several times. He wants a 3rd championship this season, and so far, he has not disappointed while on the floor. So that's Coach Chris.
Thank you so much, Mika. What a report that was.
I know.
Ibang klase yun, ha?
Feeling ko kahit si ChatGPT, hindi makukuha yun, ha?
Oo nga.
Grabe yun, ha?
Siguro na, any memorable game on your birthday? Well, sabi siguro, well. So, 69-68. Serrano completing the 3-point play. Dennison from the corner. Yes! What a shot! Ron Dennison called off the bench. I think that's his first attempt of the game.
Exactly. That's why it was such a big shot coming from a cold player off the bench who has yet to attempt the shot, let alone made one, gets the first one.
Batino to Ildefonso. A blocking foul on Kalisaan. Gabi.
Look at the swing of the basketball. Pinawi na ni Aldrich Ramos this time with the extra
Sabi
pass.
ko, isip niya, atama raw to.
Yes.
Kanina, Red Lion eh. Bibigay ko. But lesson learned. But, you know, that was an even better look. Ildefonso off the inbound. No. Tapika ng bola. Aldrich Ramos able to secure it. 4-point lead for San Juan.
But this could be a basket timeout situation for Coach Yong unless they make a stop.
Villapando, 8 seconds. Kalisaan makes his move. Atake si Mike. Left-handed scoop and good. 6-point lead for San Juan. 5 minutes remaining. Only 7 points para kay Mike Kalisaan. And we have something going on here with Dennison
And Serrano.
Serrano.
So there was a whistle. Okay.
And nasa penalty na.
Again, San Juan, unfortunately, in the same situation in the 3rd quarter kung saan nabuhay ang Abra sa linya. You know, only 10 free throws in the first half, but had 16 in the 3rd quarter. They only made 8. You know, but that 30-point quarter that they had, a big part of it was the free throw game. So now, 5 minutes still left in the ball game. Penalty na. Itong San Juan, ang Abra, 2 pa lamang ang kanilang fouls.
So 2 for 2 for Encho. He's got 18 points on his birthday. He has not lost on his birthday, both big games.
Let's see if the streak will continue. Villapando is open.
Villapando short on the 3. It's a
Good
2-on-1
pass.
break. Taiwan, good challenge by Wamar. Back the other way, San Juan. Villapando, the bounce pass, Kalisan, couple of fakes, nawala ang bola. And Ildefonso able to get the steal. 4.5 minutes to play. It's back with Abra.
Now that's what you like about this Abra front court. How many times have we seen them recover and wall up to make a stop, switch?
Ildefonso, the sidestep. It's a wild shot for Dave. Agawan sa bola. It's San Juan basketball.
So initial call was San Juan ball, but they changed the call. Nagtulungan yung dalawang officials.
Ryan Batino, Ali Rick Damicog, and Edmar Avis there making the call sa side na yon. So it is Abra ball.
Tapik ni Denison.
4-point game. Serrano against Denison. 4 seconds in the shot clock. Encho, one-hander, gets it to drop.
Again, that patented one-hander.
Two-point lead for San Juan. Denison, atake si Ron, finds Calisag, quick hands for David Defonso.
Substitution, JC Gulyan. Time out, San Juan Knights go for goal.
Knights super time, they're up by 2. And what a move here by Encho Serrano.
Well, he loves this matchup. Kaya medyo nagkakainitan na itong dalawa. This time, he does it the right way. Attacks the defense of Dennis on the chest and was able to hang and hit that patented one-hander.
David Defonso, front runner for our MVP race. He's got 20 points and 12 rebounds tonight. Not his most efficient performance from the field, but 20 points is 20 points in this ball game.
Well, there is no question that the best player in the league by far has the skills to pay the bills. You saw the numbers right there, not only scoring but also rebounding and dishing it out. Denison misses an open 3 off the inbound. Serrano will finish.
And we are tied at 74.
Now talk about Ildefonso being a good payer. Serrano also has the skills
to pay the bills. 22 in the ball game. That's a travel from JC Colliar.
I am impressed with the composure of Abra because you could say that, you know, the fortunes, if you will, has not favored them in the last few plays. Pero they have stuck with it. They have, you know, regrouped. I don't see anyone panicking and continuing to trust their stars and their execution. This is going to be big. If
wow, he rattles that one home. What a shot. Galing kay John Oduba.
First attempt from the three-point line in this game for John Oduba. And what a time to come.
Wamar against Taiwan. Orlan, they blitz Wamar, releases it to Panganiban. Soyod is blocked. And it's a shot clock violation.
That could be the play of the game. Because nung nangyari sa harapan natin, it looked like this was a three-pointer by Oduba to take the lead. But how about the block from DI? It looked to be coming out of nowhere.
Encho Serrano wants a clear out against Panganiban. And that's a foul. Will they count it? No.
They will review this.
They're gonna check it.
I didn't know things like this were reviewable over 2 minutes, but they will review it.
There's the hold right here.
It looks to be counted.
Yeah.
It looks to be counted. If the whistle happened here,
Yeah.
because there's the pickup of the basketball.
No.
Wow.
No.
Wow.
And Encho Serrano.
But nonetheless, 2 free throws for Encho. What a quarter.
Ito yung mga laro na kinakailangan ng isa tulad ni Encho Serrano. These are the type of games that that his team needs para sa kanilang kupunan, and also for him. This is a reputation game for him.
Exactly. I mean, this is the luxury of having 2 stars on your team who could create their own shot. Talking about David Defonso and Encho Serrano. I don't even want to call them Batman and Robin because Encho Serrano has 2 championships under his belt already, and he was an important player for Pampanga. Certainly, and still an important player here for Abra.
It's an 11-0 run para dito sa Abra Solid North Weavers in the last 3 minutes of this ball game. Panganiban drives. There's a foul on Encho Serrano. The last basket of San Juan was a layup galing kay Mike Calisan at the 5:13 mark of this ball game of the 4th quarter.
So scoreless over 3 minutes na itong San Juan.
14 seconds to shoot.
And Boss Monching Talisain watching us is the backers of Binyan and San Juan.
Kasama niya rin dyan si Tropa. Si Mac Cardona.
Oo naman.
Matik na yan.
Ano yun? Dikit yun. 79-74. Orlan Omar gets it to Cuellar. JC drives middle. And Ildefonso coming up with the goods defensively here. Another steal for DI. 6 deadlocks, 9 lead changes. 2-possession game. Abra with the lead. Offensive foul on John Oduba.
Something you could just charge this to experience. Let's not forget John Oduba.
Could be the biggest game of his MPBL career.
Right, and at the same time, being in this position, he was a part of Parañaque last year,
A playoff
team. But now being a part of Abra, yung mga ganitong pagkakamali, just charges to experience. Hopefully, he learns the next time.
Abra has 3 more games after this one. Pasig on September 22. 3 days later, they take on Davao with play-in hopes. Ito Mindoro has playoff hopes, both in the South Division. So the chase for number 1, will be determined up until September 30.
But obviously with...
that is the last day of the regular season as well.
Right, and with this being the toughest challenge for Abra, if so far it's looking good for them. Obviously, 5-point lead, 1:38 remaining, bola ng San Juan. But after this one, makita nyo, they will have Mindoro, Pasig, and Davao. Obviously, 3 winnable games. But a task at hand is the main priority.
Panganiban drives baseline. A lot of contact there. Raul unable to secure the ball. It ends up with the blue shirts.
What a play by Oduba to make up for the turnover, because Soyud had 2 hands on the leather already, but was able to strip the basketball. And this could be the icing of the cake if Encho Serrano makes it.
Encho Serrano. Big time players show up in these type of games.
You see, Sadaf, I'm not really a cake fan, I'm more of an ice cream guy. But a guy like Enzo Serrano, of how excellent, how good he has been in the second half. He's been just superb for Abra.
7-point lead. Kalisaan, San Juan. The drought has reached 5 minutes here for the Knights.
21 big points for Enzo Serrano in the second half. 26 for the game.
Serrano wants to dance with Panganiban. That's a tough shot! Enzo Serrano! Happy birthday! This has got to be one of the legendary performances here in the MPBL on your birthday.
We talked about David Defonso having the skills to pay the bills. Enzo Serrano, the talent to pay the rent. Putting this one away.
83-74, 26 seconds remaining. And these shots, this shot right here, he usually takes this closer.
Right.
Okay, Enzo Serrano, that's far from his range.
Here's the thing, look at Ildefonso here. He's going down already. Ganun na siya kakumpiyansa sa tira ni Enzo Serrano even before making the move. As the show of trust by your best player to another better / best player like Enzo Serrano. What a performance by both of them.
Yeah.
Enzo Serrano, Dave Ildefonso, 46 of the 83 points of the Weavers in this game.
What a duo. What a duo. My goodness. That was San Juan's last time out.
Somebody got hit in the head and it opened up this three.
Wamar. I think natulak ni Wamar si Taiwan trying to get
sa
free.
likod.
And then tumama ang ulo ni Marwin Taiwan.
Let's see. There's the first screen.
Yun, tumama siya kay Kalisaan.
And it led to this one.
A wide open three.
Right, because they had one man down.
We'll see here.
Orlando Mar Jr., 3 points.
The three will count for Orlando Mar. Robbie Celis nanonood pa rin. With Mama Tess and Donna. So, mga pahabol yan. No? May foul here on AC Soberano. He will send Jolo Mendoza to the free throw line. What a gut check win here. If they do finish this one off for Abra.
Because it felt like for a while, especially how San Juan ended the second quarter, started the third quarter, Wamar seems to be he was in takeover mode.
Yeah.
10 points in the third, 16 already. He was dishing the basketball, having fun. But then again, they just grinded this one out.
Yeah.
Ion was ejected. Unjustly, if I may add. Because I thought he only deserved the second technical. But instead of whining, instead of complaining, instead of dwelling, Abra.
Oh, look at the block by
Right.
Mendoza. Soberano for three. That won't go. And Marwin Taiwan secures the rebound. And Abra
will continue to be number one. Boy, it feels good. It feels good to be number one.
Yeah, absolutely. Mission accomplished there para kay Coach Yon Garcia against his former team. The Solid North Weavers rallying from 6 down in the last 5 minutes, 5.5 minutes of this ball game. They were able to close out this game on a 16-3 run. And they were led by the birthday boy, Enzo Serrano, 26 years old. He turned 26 today, but I think his wisdom, his talent, and his grit, it's He's more than 26. He's
Yeah.
older than that.
You know, what a way to keep the streak alive. His birthday battles, you know, from college up to in the pros, winning this one, a big game against San Juan. But I think a big part of Abra's win today was getting to the free throw line a lot in the second half. Only had 10 in the first half. Got to the free throw line 23 times in the second half, made 23. Made a big difference to this game. And obviously with Mika right now, sino pa ba? Si Dev.
Encho Serrano, 84-77. Let's go to Mika.
Maraming salamat. Encho, season high, 28 points on your 26th birthday. Perfect wins ka pa rin sa araw ng birthday mo, no? Kumusta ka pagkatapos ng laro ito? Alam ko kanina medyo nahulog ka, pero baliwala yung sakit ng batok mo na yun.
Well, Ate Mika, wala ako masabi. What a gift of God. Talagang God is good talaga all the time pag nag-class ka sa Kanya. Wala, yun lang. Ginawa ko lang yung best ko and minotivate ko yung sarili ko. Yun nga, sabi ko, baka swerte ako today, birthday ko. So, ginawa ko yung best ko kasi kita ko talaga si Dave, pagod na. So, sabi ko sa kanya, tutulong ako kung ano yung makakaya ko. So, yun naman yung natulong ko.
Nararamdaman ko lahat ng emotion mo, no? Nabanggit mo si Dave, credit rin sa kanya sa larong ito. Ench, nasa taas pa rin kayo. Hindi pa rin kayo mabuwag. Anong masasabi mo pagkatapos ng lahat ng effort rin ng San Juan ngayong gabi?
Yun, masasabi ko lang, hindi pa tapos yung laban. Yun lang, siguro, i-enjoy lang namin, i-celebrate namin kasi yun nga, number 1 na kami. And yun lang, malaking tulong to para sa amin na makuha yung championship kasi home court advantage kami. So yun lang, kailangan talaga mag-prepare pa din kami I think may 3 games or 4 games pa kami. So kailangan pa din namin pagandaan yun kasi lagi sinasabi ni Kuya Mark na wala kaming kikilalanin na kalaban. Lahat ng kalaban namin, isa lang yung tingin namin, mahina o malakas. Isa lang yung lalaruin namin, yun lang.
Maraming salamat, Encho. On behalf of your MPBL family, happy big birthday to you. Meron ka pa ba mga gustong batiyan at pasalamatan?
Yun lang, thank you God. Thank you sa blessings na binigay mo kasi birthday ko today. Sobrang saya ko ngayon. And yun lang, sa family ko din na lagi nakasuporta sa akin. Bukas na tayo magkita-kita and mag-celebrate sa mga friends ko. And sa Burlington, shoutout sa Burlington kay Boss Rudy Tan. And sa boss namin, kay Kong JB, kay Kong Ching, sa buong Bernos family, sa lahat ng Abreños na sumusuporta sa amin, sa mga coaches, and credits din sa mga teammates ko na nagtiwala sa isa't isa. Sino pa yung isa? Si Ben Barcelona. And sa girlfriend ko na nanonood ngayon, kay Zea. Tsaka sa mga team Saki team na hindi ako iniiwan, mga tropa ko dyan, mga HB29. Yun lang po.
Maraming salamat, Encho Serrano, and congratulations to the rest of the Abra Solid North Weavers. Sit down, Coach Chris.
Thank you so much, Mika. And we could give Encho Serrano the entire 10 minutes if he wants to because he is best player of the game, the hero of this game. He showed up in this really, really big game as he helps Abra virtually secure the number 1 seed in the North Division. A big win against the San Juan Knights. That's it for us for now. Magbabalik kami for the matchup between Caloocan and Ilagan Isabela.